point is, don't worry if you don't experience a deep meditation right away in satsang, because oftentimes it doesn't happen. It takes some time in clearing. You just have to develop patience. My biggest problem over the years has been impatience. I've wanted it all at once. Well, why can't I have enlightenment right now? And I'm getting disgusted and depressed with my path because I'm still having issues. I'm still bothered and irritated by people. I'm still lashing out at people. I'm still disliking people. I'm still getting angry. You know, I've still got all these problems, and I just sometimes can become down on myself because after all this spiritual work, I've still got problems. And after very intense work, I'm still reacting on the same old issue. So,
you're not alone.
Right? So therefore, it's very, very important for me, particularly, to be aware of when I do improve. When I did make progress. Where, let's say, someone yells at me and says I did this and this wrong, my normal reaction would be feeling guilt. I did something wrong. Or, let's say lately, if someone yells at me, and I said, well, let me consider that and see what I did and see what I can improve. I won't be hard on myself. I'm not going to take their reprimand for the truth. I'll just consider it. Because I've lived with guilt long enough, and I've recognized that when guilt eats away inside, I'm always feeling bad about myself, and I'm always second guessing. Did I say something wrong? Oh, did I offend that person? Oh, I must be wrong in that case. And it's just this twinge that's bothering me all the time, worry. And it's like, why not just jump into life fully? And if I make a mistake, just own up to it. And be okay with making mistakes and say, I'm allowed to make mistakes. Because Earth wasn't meant to be perfect. You know, they say that the word sin isn't, oh, you gotta be guilty because you did a bunch of things wrong, you gotta do some penance for it. You know, sin is simply an archer's term that means missing the mark. Right? So if I messed up on this particular circumstance because I wasn't kind to that person enough or compassionate enough, I simply say, oh, well, I missed the mark. I'll try better next time. And that's how I do it, rather than all the meaning behind it. I'm a bad person. I did something guilty. I should take penance for this. I'm going to be hard on myself. Right? And then have patience with myself, knowing that it's not so easy just to come to a satsang and clear away all my issues and it's all good. It's like this stuff has been programmed inside me for eons, hundreds of thousands of lifetimes, buried in the depths of my psyche, in my being. For me to expect just to fix an insecurity issue in a day, and say, oh, I recognize it now, I'm all good. It doesn't work like that. That stuff is stored in my bones. It's stored in my blood. It's stored in my organs, in my brain, in my emotions, in my mind. And if I work out an issue a little bit, it may be just, one small emotional pathway that I worked out. But that issue still has remnants in all these other places in my being. So to have that patience of like, day by day, I'm simply going to work on myself. And the next time I go into a similar situation, I'll try to be more present. I'll try to be more understanding. I'll try to be more compassionate, and really try to get where the other person is coming from rather than immediately react. That's what my intention is today, whatever happens, or you make tiny steps. Or another example, if a person has dishonesty problems, say, okay, well, my only role, my only sadhana just means spiritual practice, is today simply be honest and integrity with my word. That may be hard for a person who tends to tell lies or tends to not be quite truthful. That may be hard, but that may be an excellent spiritual practice, and it may be squirming because you kind of have to tell the truth now. But really, really helpful to break through the dishonest pattern. But you don't say, oh God, I'm a dishonest person, I'm never going to be honest and it's too hard and I'm a bad, bad person. You just say, clearly I've gotten into this habit, I understand, and I'm aware of my dishonesty, and that's a great achievement in itself. Some people may not even be aware of their dishonesty for their entire life and still continue to tell lies, kind of even accidentally. So, have some compassion for yourself. Have some compassion. Yeah, that it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. That's the human condition.